So lately I've been craving chocolate chip cookies. I wanted a guilt-free version with no butter and no refined sugar. So I set out to make one that I can enjoy every day and anytime with healthier ingredients. So after many tries, I'm glad I found the perfect recipe combination to make my everyday chocolate chip cookies. It's gluten-free, refined sugar-free, no butter, no eggs needed, only 5 grams of coconut oil per cookie, and only 2.5 grams of coconut sugar. It's crusty on the outside and moist on the inside. It's so good. I'm going to show you how easy it is to make. To get started, you will need coconut oil, coconut sugar, ground flaxseed, and these are to make flax egg, vanilla essence, almond flour, oat flour, rice flour, chocolate chips, I'm using the dark ones, and pink Himalayan salt or sea salt. First, to make flax egg, mix 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed to 4 tablespoons of water and let it set aside for 15 minutes or until you get a gel-like texture. Next, combine all the wet ingredients in a bowl, coconut oil, coconut sugar, or you can also use maple syrup, and then add your flax egg, a splash of vanilla, a pinch of pink Himalayan or sea salt, and mix the wet ingredients. Next, combine all your dry ingredients in a separate bowl, the almond flour, oat flour, and rice flour. Now on a side note, when you combine these 3 flours together, they make up your very own homemade gluten-free flour you can use in other recipes as well. I also like to sieve my rice flour as it will make the cookie better, a smoother texture. Now comes the fun part, is adding your flour mixture to your wet ingredients. Now I like to add the flour mixture bit by bit so it creates a cookie batter which is more evenly combined. Then roughly chop up your chocolate chips and add them to your batter. Just remember not to overmix to prevent over adding air to your cookie batter. Then cover and refrigerate for about 30 to 60 minutes to allow all the yummy flavors to intensify. Now once it's firmed up in the fridge, use a spoon to scoop up and form a round cookie shape. I like to make a rustic, uneven shape with my fingers. And then just bake it in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. And pro tip, for the last 1.5 minutes, I usually turn up the heat to 230 degrees Celsius at top heat setting of your oven to get that slightly deep brown on top of the cookie. Voila! I hope you try it out. It's super easy to make. I personally love the freshly baked warm cookies that is slightly crusty on the outside and moist on the inside. It's so good and guilt-free. You can enjoy it every single day. Another bonus tip for you, the measurements I'm sharing right here makes about 5 cookies, so it's a great portion for you to test it out, and feel free to double up the portions in this recipe. I usually like to make them in batches of 10 or 20 cookies and store them in the freezer so I can just pop it in an oven and enjoy freshly baked cookies anytime I'm craving some.